Okay, my father's an Emirati, but I was born in the Philippines with my Filipina mother. How to process my UAE citizenship. We've had a kind of flurry of questions regarding UAE citizenship recently. And I want to say two things. One is there is a specific law in the UAE that it was issued 2020, I think, well, definitely 2023, but I think there was an earlier version, and it is called UAE citizenship law. So in terms of legal framework, it's there. So the law is there, and it provides just in general terms, eligibility requirements, or what general requirements the authorities will look at in deciding who may be eligible for UAE citizenship. But the law also refers to further decrees and regulations to be issued later to provide more specific roadmap in terms of what does it mean? How do you apply? What are specific requirements? And what's the process? What's the timeline? And so on and so forth. So those regulations are still in I guess in evolving stages. No specific regulations since the law has been published have been announced. So for now, what we have is this general legal framework. We know that the law exists, and we also know that people have obtained citizenship, UAE citizenship, in the last few years, in particular since the law was introduced. So we know the law is being applied. But in practical terms, in terms of giving you specific guidelines, what requirements, how long it takes, what's the process, this is still an evolving practice. So I will tell you, our latest due diligence from immigration authorities is that it's very much still kind of an individual basis. There are those who have benefited and may also benefit from UAE citizenship, who were referred by industries, by various government officials, who perhaps have been noted to have been significant contributors to the UAE in general. But it's for now what we've seen is basically by nomination. So those are the ones that I mean, the nationalities we've seen that have been issued. But for the time being, it's still an individual basis. The authorities say, and there's no portal to submit. You need to go physically in person to the authorities, submit your file, and kind of go from there. What we're hearing, the latest is that obviously there's a lot of applications, and so the authorities are not kind of sorting them out in terms of priorities, and they're prioritizing, for example, some children of Emirati parents who may not have nationality versus all the others. So, but this is all kind of done at an internal level. And for the time being, we don't have visibility as to what the different categories are, what sort of the timeline and what the specific requirements. But certainly we are keeping our eyes peeled, as the saying goes, and whenever more information becomes available, I'll make sure to share it.